Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. We'll just give everyone a few minutes to get in and get settled. All right, I think that is enough time. So, hello, thank you for joining. I am Paige Wolf. I am the Assistant Director of Graduate Admissions at Illinois Tech, and I'm so glad that you could join us today for this special webinar about a faster and more affordable way for you to earn a tech-savvy degree thanks to the partnership between Illinois Tech and Coursera. Give me just a minute. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Okay, so today you'll be hearing from several of my colleagues at Illinois Tech. We are joined by the chairs, program directors, and faculty in 3 tech-focused degree programs, including the Bachelor of Information Technology, the Master of Data Science, and the Master of Business Administration. And I am also joined by some of our partners at Coursera, including the Global Academic Strategist, Quentin McAndrew. So just to briefly go over the agenda, in our time today, we want to ensure that you know about a benefit that is uniquely available to Coursera learners. It's called prior learning credit. So that's an opportunity for you to apply learning that you have completed on Coursera and count it towards your online degree from Illinois Tech. And we'll also spend some time going over what makes Illinois Tech a good option if you are looking for a tech-forward, self-paced undergrad or grad program, as well as going over the 3 degree programs that are eligible for prior learning credit. And along the way, we'll be launching a couple of interactive polls so we can hear from you. And we'll also take some time to go over questions that you may have. Okay, so there is a Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen, so please do use that to submit your questions. We will be answering questions as we go, as well as I said, going over Q&A at the end of the webinar today. So without further ado, let's get started. So the Illinois Institute of Technology, or as we're more commonly known, Illinois Tech. We are a very well-ranked university on both a national and regional level. We are listed among the top 100 universities in the country, according to US News and World Report. And Wall Street Journal has us ranked number 23 in its list of best colleges. And within the Illinois region, we are number 1, which is extremely exciting for us. So beyond the quality of education that you can expect from Illinois Tech, you will also see that our education prepares you to go on and achieve very big things in terms of employment rates and earnings potential. After all, that's what it's all about, right? So Illinois Tech's online degree programs offered through Coursera can provide you several benefits for busy professionals, including 6 start dates. So rather than waiting to apply to the 1 or 2 start dates that most universities typically offer, you can get started sooner with these revolving options. We also offer performance-based admission. So instead of having to gather all of the application materials that you would need to be admitted to a program, you'll instead be expected to take and pass 3 pathway courses that can help you gain full admission to your program of choice. And last but certainly not least, these tech-focused programs are all taught by faculty who have tech expertise in their field and also are professors that teach our traditional students. They are these same professors. All right. And as I said, our graduates go on to do great things at some of our top employers in the nation, including Microsoft, Amazon, and JP Morgan. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about the employers that employ our students, as well as their starting salaries, I encourage you to go to the Illinois Tech website and exploring our graduates' outcomes. All right. So without further ado, I will now pass it over to Quentin McAndrews.
Thank you so much, Paige. And thank you everyone for joining us today. I just want to take a moment to say that as Coursera's global academic strategist, it is my job to work with universities all over the world to deliver affordable, accessible, transformative education to learners everywhere. And Illinois Tech has built some incredible degree opportunities here. And I love working with this impressively innovative university. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background on how degrees work, how prior learning credit works, and then we're going to really delve into the details of each of the degrees that we're talking about. So one thing to keep in mind that you may already know, but it's good to think about. Degree credits, you have to earn a certain amount of degree credits to be awarded your degree. And that, in a lot of ways, equates to a timeline. So for a bachelor's or master's program, a bachelor's degree from IT, you're going to need to earn about 127 credits, and it can take you 3 to 5 years to complete that program. A master's, depending on whether it's the MBA or one of the other masters, takes between 33 and 36 credits to complete, or 2 years. Keep in mind that with these flexible programs, that timeline expands or contracts depending on you, depending on how busy you are, what your needs are. You might have a job, you might have a family. These programs are designed so that you can work through them in the life that you're living now. So I'll move on now to talk a little bit about, if we could go to the next slide. Thank you. Prior learning credit. So that's what we're talking about in terms of the fact that you can earn credit towards those degrees, that 127 or 33 to 36 amount. You can actually engage in professional certificates on the Coursera platform that have been built by major employers and tech companies like Google or IBM or Amazon. And you can have immediate job relevant skills that you earn in those certificates. And then once you're admitted to an Illinois Tech degree, you can earn credit towards that degree. So what happens is you go on the Coursera website and you see a landing page for a certificate like this. And if you could click the advanced button, that would be great. You see where the circle appeared on the slide. It says you can earn degree credit. That's where you learn more information about how this works and where that credit can be applied. Next slide. So we have a poll for you. We're curious, before I just said that to you, how familiar were you with this concept called prior learning credit? Were you very familiar? Were you somewhat familiar, or were you not at all familiar? Do you mind filling that out for us so that we know? I'd love to see at least 50% of you fill out the poll. And I'm not allowed to vote, so I can't even help our numbers. Okay, here we go. So 16% of you were very familiar already. That's impressive. Somewhat familiar, that's great. And not at all familiar, 24%. So for all of you, make sure your questions get answered today. And at the end, you'll have the opportunity to capture the contact information of some enrollment counselors who can really delve into this for you. Okay, next slide.
Oh, sorry, technical difficulties.
That's all right. It happens to me too. So how does this really work, right? Prior learning credit lets you build on what you've learned and earned. You've engaged in a professional certificate on the Coursera platform. You've passed that, you have your certificate, and now you get to apply it to the degree. So if you could click the build button, that would be great. Thanks, Paige. So in the bachelor's and master's degrees, Illinois Tech may accept that professional certificate for credit. And then next build, please. With performance-based admissions, and this is what I love about these degrees, you can start making degree progress right away. Think about this. What a pain it is to collect all of those application materials, letters of recommendation, take a GRE, take a TOEFL test, do an essay. You don't have to do any of that with Illinois Tech. They understand that you're adults and they're giving you the power to show that you already know how to succeed in the degree. You can start taking courses, pass those courses, and get automatically admitted to the degree and apply that credit to your degree. So from the performance pathway and the industry certificate, you're already making progress towards your goals. I get chills. I get so excited about this. All right, next slide. So a few specifics about how this works. And again, we'll keep building on this and diving into more details. So you complete the eligible certificate on Coursera, you join a degree from Illinois Tech via that performance-based admissions pathway that allows you to take control of your own learning, and you submit that certificate once you're admitted and you request recognition of prior learning credit. So here's the great part. It earns you credit, so it saves you time on that timeline towards completion, and it saves you money because the professional certificates cost about $49 a month. So the average savings, depending on the degree, is between $1,250 and $2,727 towards the overall cost of your ultimate credential. And if you could hit the build button page, that would be great. So you can accelerate your time to graduation. You can reduce the overall cost of your degree. You can enhance your skill set. So you have your degree from a top nationally ranked university and an industry certificate from a top world ranked brand. And you have two strong credentials to empower your job search and your career. That's what you can do with prior learning credit. All right, next slide, please. Okay, so we have another poll, and then I'm going to turn it back over to Paige. So after you've heard about all this, would you mind letting us know, are you more interested than when we started? Somewhat interested? Hasn't changed your interest at all? Or are you less interested? Do you mind letting us know how you're feeling? Okay, wow, that's great. You're making me feel good about the job I'm doing today. So 74% of you are more interested. That is so exciting for me because I already told you, I am so excited for these programs, and somewhat interested. That's fantastic. And didn't change. That's good too. Maybe that's some of you who already knew what prior learning credit is all about. But thank you so much for engaging in that poll with us. And let me turn it back over to Paige.
All right, thank you, Quentin. So now that we know that many of you are interested in a degree in the next year or two, which is great, we're now going to cover the 3 eligible programs that have the prior learning credit pathways. We will start with the Bachelor of Information Technology. So I will turn it over to Professor Ray Trigstad to walk us through that program.
Well, hi, folks. I'm Ray Trigstad, and I'm the Associate Chair in the Department of Information Technology and Management. Our Bachelor of Information Technology is a bachelor's completion program that we offer on Coursera that is ideal for learners who've earned some college credit but haven't yet finished their bachelor's. In this bachelor's program, you'll effectively major in cloud computing and take courses like fundamentals of web development, data networks and the internet, cloud computing technology, and cybersecurity. So you're prepared to pursue a range of roles in tech. The Bachelor of Information Technology requires you to transfer 61 credits. But there are actually two options to use professional certificates that you've earned. The first is that you may be able to apply 6 credits towards degree electives by earning the Google Project Management and the IBM Cybersecurity Analyst professional certificates. Additionally, you can earn 3 credits with either the Meta or Google Cloud professional certifications listed here when you take an additional proficiency exam. This could help you speed up the typical 5 semesters that it would take to finish the degree. Second is that if you don't have all 61 credits, you can work toward that minimum by earning the professional certificates listed here and by completing other courses on Coursera to earn the minimum requirements needed to transfer into the program. Again, with Meta and Google Cloud, you need to take an additional proficiency exam. One of the things we've done is we've included QR codes on each of these slides, so you can explore these programs in more detail at your convenience. And now I'll pass it over to Yuhan Ding to discuss the Master of Data Science.
Thank you so much, Ray. Hi, everyone. I'm Yuhan. I'm the program director of Master of Data Science, Illinois Tech offers on Coursera, which U.S. News and World Report named as one of the top 100 U.S. graduate schools in computer science. Okay, in this program, you can earn up to 6 credits for completing 2 of the professional certificates or specializations listed here. Of course, you will find the equivalent credits, so you can choose the combination to satisfy the 6 credits. And this can help you save up to $2,727 on a program that's already priced 76% below the average cost of a master's degree in the United States. And this graduate program involves taking courses on statistics, machine learning, project management, and big data technology, and also rounding out the education with electives that cover subjects such as like deep learning and introduction to time series. Plus, thanks to the performance-based admission, when you have your bachelor's degree, you can join this degree after demonstrating your ability by taking and passing 3 pathway courses. What's more, based on your background, you can choose the combination of the pathway courses, either taking 1 computer science and 2 math pathway courses, or 1 math and 2 computer science courses. Thank you. Now I will turn it over to Krishna to talk about the MBA program.
Thank you very much, Yuhan. Welcome, everyone. Greetings. My name is Krishna Eramilli. I'm Associate Dean at the Stewart School of Business, and I'm also the director of our MBA program. So our MBA program is pretty distinctive in the sense that we train managers, executives, entrepreneurs to pursue very successful careers in industries, in organizations, in companies where technology plays a major role. So our entire emphasis in this program is to help you succeed in industries where companies compete on technology. So the program has courses like digital transformation, artificial intelligence, change management, analytics. So everything that helps you succeed in an organization where technology plays a very key role. So it's no wonder that we provide this kind of a prior learning credit pathway into our program. We recognize many professional certificates such as Google Project Management, Google Data Analytics, Google Advanced Data Analytics, Google Business Intelligence, Google Digital Marketing and E-commerce, IBM Data Analyst, IBM Data Science, Microsoft Power BI Analyst. All of these certificates are recognized, and each of them will earn you 3 credits into our program. Of course, we recognize a maximum of 3 credits. So the potential savings come to about $1,250. And Our admission requirements require you to have a bachelor's degree, complete 3 pathway courses with a cumulative 3.0 GPA. And there you go. Then you get admitted into the program and you can continue taking courses. The total number of credits that you need in order to graduate with our MBA program is 36. So these certificates give you 3 credits out of the 36 credits and accelerate your progress towards getting the MBA degree. I will be around to answer any questions later on. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll now turn it back to Quentin.
We've got another poll for you. So can you share with us, as you're listening today, what your goals are for continuing your education? Are you hoping to start a career in the tech industry, to advance your career in the tech industry? Maybe you're already working in the tech industry. To get a credential that academically demonstrates your knowledge and skills, or just for your own personal development. If you could share that with us, we'd really appreciate knowing more about you. Okay, it's pretty evenly divided, actually. Most of you, by a relatively slim margin, are looking to get a credential that academically demonstrates your knowledge and skills. Good for you. But as I say, pretty evenly distributed. I love this commitment to education. All right, next slide, please. We're almost done with the formal presentation and we can move into more Q&A. But what are the next steps that you can take with that interest that you have? You can schedule time with an enrollment counselor. I'm going to wait for just a second in case you want to grab those QR codes. But India and Ava are fantastic. They know the answers to your questions. They can help guide you and advise you on the pathway to transformation for you. And they're specially trained to discuss your unique learning goals, just like you just expressed in that last poll. I'm just going to wait a second in case some of you are trying to grab those QR codes. Okay, next slide. You can also get started today on your transformation pathway. You can take a pathway course, so you can get started in performance-based admissions courses today with Illinois Tech and any of the degrees that we've been talking about. You can also get started even simultaneously in some of those certificates we talked about. And there's a whole nother option for you. If you're not quite ready to take a 4-credit course from Illinois Tech, these amazing faculty members have made some of that coursework available as open content. That means that it costs about $49 a month for you to go through it. And that content mirrors a degree course exactly. You won't get those high-stake exams. That's only in the 4-credit version because we have to do extra identity verification and things like that. But you'll be able to experience what it's like to be an Illinois Tech student, what it's like to learn from their world-class faculty, and then the progress you make in that course will follow you into the degree so you don't have to repeat that work. So I'm telling you, Illinois Tech has created these amazing degrees to meet you where you are, and you can get started today. All right, I'll turn it back over to Paige.
Thank you very much, Quentin. So we're going to go ahead and get into questions. First, I'm going to cover a couple that we get quite often, and I'll show you those. So first is, how do you submit recognition of prior learning for a professional certificate to Illinois Tech? So once you have taken and passed your 3 pathway courses and you've gained admission into your program, you'll just start that conversation with us. You'll request recognition for those eligible certificates that you've taken through Coursera, and we'll do the work to apply those towards your degree. Okay. And then the second question is, how can I receive credit for a pathway course if you have Coursera Plus? As long as you have that certificate of completion, you should be able to receive credit for eligible professional certificates that you've earned via Coursera Plus. All right. So thank you again for joining us. We're now going to open it to questions. I do see quite a few have gone into the Q&A portal. And just as a quick reminder, it is much easier for us to answer questions through the Q&A portal and not the chat. But we will cover those if any questions did end up in the chat. Okay, very first question is, does Illinois Tech give fully funded scholarships? Not at this time. We do not have any financial aid available through the Coursera programs or for our Coursera programs, but we do highly encourage you to seek out any tuition assistance from, say, your employer or your government or wherever seems eligible and useful for you. So let's see, I've completed a bachelor's degree from India, which is for 3 years. Am I eligible? That is a great question. We do have some restrictions on bachelor's degrees from India. I do highly encourage anyone to reach out to me or to the Coursera folks to get clarification on this. Anyway, just very generally for India bachelor's degrees that are 3 years, we need you to have earned that bachelor's degree from a NAC accredited university with a grade of A or higher, and for you need to have passed at first class with distinction. So if that sounds like you, let me know. If you're not sure and you want us to kind of help you figure this out, please do reach out directly to me and I will help you. Okay. Okay. All right. And also just a little bit of a thing here. If I skip your question, I do try to refrain from answering questions that are a little more personal, just to protect your privacy. So if you at any point just want to talk directly to me or talk to anyone within Coursera about your specific situation, I do encourage you to reach out to us directly. Okay. What are the maximum number of credits that can be applied to a master program in terms of, one, Coursera prior master's degrees and prior graduate level credits that were degree seeking but did not finish that degree? Okay, so at this time, we are not taking transfer credits from other graduate programs or graduate courses. We are only taking those credits from prior learning and those Coursera certificates. For master's specifically, for data science, we are taking between 3 to 6 credits. And for the MBA, we're taking up to 3 credits. All right. If the master's degree, is this master's degree equivalent to the master's degree that's taken on campus? Yes, it is the same degree. It is the same it's the same rigorous courses, same professors, same subjects. It's all the same. If you're curious about whether or not you'll have your diploma will say from Coursera or online, it will not. It is just the normal diploma that we give to our traditional students. Prior learning. So if you're already in an Illinois Tech Coursera program, would you no longer be allowed to start a Coursera professional certificate and transfer it in for credit? If anyone else would like to jump in on this question, I'd appreciate it. My understanding is that that wouldn't stop you.
I can take that one. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Norma.
So yeah, if you are already in one of the programs and you are doing a certificate, you can request a transfer of that certificate if it is one of the approved certificates anytime after you have been admitted. It means after you have taken your PBA courses, anytime between you become a degree student and the end of the program, you can request that transfers of credits. The earlier you submit your credits, the better, because the credits go through a process of validation for your certificate. However, and there may be an exam or something required depending on the type of certificate, but if you are a student now and you want to take and you want to apply and request transfer, you can request a transfer still.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Norma. Okay, we have a student from Iran who is asking if it's possible to take the course due to the sanctions. I have a very limited understanding of this, but what I do understand is that probably not. Last I heard, students in Iran are not allowed to take online degree programs, which is very unfortunate. So I'm very sorry to say it like that. We have another scholarship question. Are there any offered to obtain this degree? Not through Coursera, not at this time. We have one student who is asking what if they earn 2 Google certifications. So depending on which program you choose to pursue, you could transfer in both, or you could transfer one. And do get in contact with us if you want any specific advice. Okay. Let's see. I am already attending 3 pathway courses. Do these courses give me eligible credit for the MBA to make it shorter or save the costs? If you're taking them through the massive open content, you would still need to register for those credits and take a proficiency exam. So it doesn't save costs, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. Okay, we did answer this question. So if you have already enrolled in the program, you can still take professional certificates and still count it.
There's a question about, can I take all 3 pathway courses simultaneously in one semester? Yes, you can. In one term, you can take them if you have the time. Every course is going to take, the PBAs is probably going to take 4 to 6 hours a week, depending on your expertise and skills. But you can take them together.
All right, we are getting a few repeat questions. What is the cost of taking one course? What is the cost of taking one course? If you're talking about one subject, so depending on which degree you're interested in, oh, they put the MBA. I don't have the per credit cost off the top of my head. I know it's about $400 per credit. So one course, one subject is going to be math, like 1,200, right?
I can chime in.
Thank you.
The per credit cost is $417 US for each credit. And we have pathway courses being 1 credit each. We have some courses that are 2 credits and some that are 3 credits.
Thank you, Ada.
Yeah, no worries.
Can you tell I had an arts degree? All right.
I can reply to Jane Butler. She's asking, when applying prior learning credits, do they replace specific courses in the academic pathways? And she's asking specifically for the MBA program. And the answer is yes, it depends, which courses will be equivalent. So that's the answer is a yes, but it will replace one course because every certificate you can validate one certificate for 3 credits. So stay tuned for the courses or send us an email and we can be more specific.
Awesome. And Norma, I believe this next question you might be able to answer. So do these certificates affect GPA, or are they just applied?
It is important to know for which program this person is asking about it, because if the certificates if you take a credit for prior learning exam, a credit by performance, then you will have a GPA with that exam. So it really depends. You need to be more specific, and feel free to email us with the question.
Yeah. Has this program officially approved an experience in lieu of bachelor's degree options for those who can pass the pathway courses for admission? That is an exception that is available for the MBA and no others at this time. If you are someone,
Christopher,
if you are someone who is applying to the MBA and wishes to use your previous work experience as an exception for the bachelor's degree, please do reach out to us, provide us with a resume, and we will review it and contact you with further instructions. For the MBA, any certificates listed recognized as 3 credits. They all are. In fact, I'm going to go back to that page so you all can see which certificates are available. And so there you go. All of them are 3 credits. All right, and we'll leave it there for just a minute. All right, can we apply for a master's degree with 15 years of education? Bachelor's degree was 3 years. Okay, gotcha. For you, I would actually like to talk to you one-on-one. I'm going to drop you my email and let's talk again, and we'll figure out options for you, okay? And just as a quick reminder, we can only transfer in, for the MBA, we can only transfer in 1 certificate that is up to 3 credits. That is the max, okay? So if you have more than 1 certificate, you would only be able to transfer in 1. But still, good for you. That's some great credits. Sorry, go ahead.
The next question would be for Krishna, if Krishna can take it. Why does the MBA has a cap of 3 credits while others accept 6 or 9? I can give a broad answer, but probably Krishna, I can help you if you want to.
Yeah, we every program has to make these decisions within the larger context of our accrediting agency and other academic constraints that are imposed on our program. We are not just any MBA program. We are a highly ranked, an MBA program from a very highly ranked university that is accredited by the AACSB, which is the top accreditation body in business around the world. Only 6% of business schools around the world are accredited by the AACSB. So they have some very tough requirements that we need to abide by. And so given all those constraints, we had to reach that decision that we can only transfer in 3 credits maximum. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So if we completed the pathway courses through Coursera before enrolling in the degree, will we be admitted straight away for the next semester, or are the pathway courses different than those on Coursera? They are the same courses. You would be required, if you took them through the open content pathway, you would be required to still, first of all, register for them and then take that proficiency exam. Because if you took it through non-credit means, those courses wouldn't have been graded, and we still need to assess and grade them. So it wouldn't be right away. You'd have to register it for that particular, whatever's the next semester, and then you would be able to continue in the following semester. Okay.
I cannot address John unless Ray wants to. John is asking if they can take the certificates while they are taking the bachelor's. Actually, the certificates will allow you to transfer credits into the bachelor's before you start the bachelor's. So if you need 61 credits to transfer to start the bachelor's degree, so it works in your advantage if you apply the certificates in those 61 transfer credits. If the situation is different, you will have to email us and we will give you more information in your particular case.
Yep. Okay, and Mohammed asked, when is the timing of being able to apply those credits? And it will be after you pass the pathway courses. Okay, gonna clear out a couple questions here. How can we proceed the specific certificate? I'm a little confused by the wording
You
of this
proceed.
question.
I can take that and the next one. What is the process to requesting credit for the certificates? When you have completed your program, or if you are in the bachelor, when you have been admitted, or if you are in the bachelor's degree, there is a form that you will submit with where you will get all that information. So it's a formal request of being evaluated for credit.
Gotcha. Okay, here's a question that might be either for Norma or Krishna. For the MBA, can a certificate replace 3 credits from the post-pathway courses rather than the specialization courses?
That can be decided on a case-by-case basis, depending upon which particular certificate they're bringing in. So
Right.
It needs a case-by-case analysis.
Okay.
But I'll be happy to look at it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, that is a repeated question, but I'll go ahead and just say it out loud one more time. So our Coursera degrees are the exact same degrees as our on-campus degrees, our traditional degrees. Same professors, same courses, same accreditation, it's all the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Paige, you might want to add same diploma. There's
Same
no
diploma.
indication. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sometimes learners want to know. I'm off camera, sorry. Sometimes learners want to know that the diploma or the transcript doesn't indicate anything different from campus.
Right. Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah. Paige, I can take the Alma's question. If you take one of the Illinois Tech courses, do you need to take an exam? I assume that you are asking one of the certificates approved by Illinois Tech, and it really depends which program you're talking about and also which certificate. So we will be happy to give you more detailed responses as we learn more about your case.
Okay, we have another question about the list of recognized professional certificates. So we just sat on the MBA for a little bit. I will now move over to data science, and we'll sit there for a second, and then I'll move over to the IT degree a bit later. And we answered that question. Okay, Adam received an email saying that he can take more credit for the Bachelor of IT if he completes courses like Security Plus, etc., and wants to know more details about this. Ray, are you still on the call?
Sure. I would say that would have to be considered separately from ones that we've already looked at for the Coursera
Okay.
tickets.
Oh, great question. And this is for all of our faculty. Is there a recommended level of math that is required or recommended for this for the degree programs? We'll start with Ray.
Well, our degree program does have 2 required math courses. We encourage students to take those as part of community college learning before entering our program, since it is a transfer program, and that would be discrete math and statistics. And discrete math and statistics courses from any community college should be applicable to that.
Excellent. Pass it to Krishna.
Yes. So the math requirement is college level math for the if students are pursuing MBA in business analytics, the business analytics concentration, because that does require a higher degree of math competency. But if they're pursuing the business and technology concentration, which does not have a lot of math, it is much more strategic and conceptual in nature, and we can probably accept high school level math competency for a specialization like that. So my answer is depends on which specialization you will be ultimately pursuing.
Excellent. And finally, Yuhan.
Thank you. So for data science, of course, math is a very important topic. Then we hope you can have, like, of course, the calculus part, and also like the one important part is the probability and the statistics. So that will be enough. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. Ooh, this is a question that maybe Norma can help me with. We have someone who's interested in doing both the data science and the MBA programs at the same time. First of all, is that possible? I don't think it is, right?
If depending how many hours your day has, you might be able to do 2 programs at the same time, but the programs are, I would advise to start with one program and get the level of, difficulty. And also it depends on how many credits you can take per term, in which case the university has some can make exceptions or not, depending on how many hours. Usually there are 12 to 18 credit hours that you can take as a full-time student in a term. So it would be very difficult for you to do both at the same time, but we can talk more about your motivation and see how many credits would you plan to take per term. Please, Krishna, Yuhan, feel free to chip in.
I completely agree with you, Norma. It's very difficult to do 2 programs like two both highly rigorous programs like data science and MBA together. I would make the same recommendation that you start off with one, see how well you are able to handle the workload, and then maybe down the line think of adding the second program, or ideally wait until you finish the first program and then add the second program. A sequential type of undertaking would be a lot easier on you, because both programs require a lot of effort, especially if you're working full-time. It'll be very tough for you to work, take two programs at the same time. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. That was the first part of the question. The second part was how the credit for prior learning policy would apply for them. So since there is a bit of an overlap between data science and MBA on which professional certificates they can accept. So say, for example, they have Google Data Analytics. Would they be able to transfer that in twice? Once for data science and once for MBA?
Good question. I don't have the
No,
answer for that. I don't think so, because both are Illinois Tech university degrees. So a particular certificate can be recognized only for one program.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, got it. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Any insight on the credibility held by putting a few courses taken on your resume, but not completing the full degree? I mean, that's absolutely valid. If you just want to take a few courses to get you a little bit of specialization, to help you along with your career, that is absolutely valid and that's a very credible thing to do. You don't have to take a full degree. If you just want to specialize in a couple of things like 2 to 3 courses, absolutely. Can you accept a notarized document of bachelor's degree that was issued in a foreign country? I don't think a notarized document is necessary. I'm going to have to double check on that. But at the very let me just go over this really quick. For international transcripts, we're going to want your official transcripts signed and stamped by your registrar. If it was issued in its native language, we will need a copy of that as well. The English translation would also need to be issued by the university if that is a service they offer. If not, then that will need to be translated by an AMA certified translator. Okay? And if you have any specific questions about that, please visit our website or contact me. I'm happy to answer all of that. Okay. Just as a quick reminder, if you need advice about your specific situation, I do recommend you reach out to us directly. I would rather protect your privacy by not repeating that with an audience. Okay. All right. Have a question about transferring in graduate level courses. So we are not accepting transfer credits from previous master's degree or previous graduate coursework. We are only accepting transfer credit from the professional certificates. But a very good question. Is there a GPA requirement for the bachelor's degree? That is the great thing about the performance-based admission. No, you do not need a specific GPA requirement, because we understand that whatever your situation was, if you didn't do very well in your bachelor's degree, we understand that between then and now, maybe your GPA is not reflective of your capabilities now. So with the great thing about the performance-based admission is that you can demonstrate your capabilities through those courses, and then from there, you are then admitted into the full program. So anyway, long answer, short, very short, no. There is no GPA requirement from the bachelor's degree. You just need to earn the B or higher in the pathway courses. Okay, is the online MBA fully asynchronous or does it have live sessions? How does the online program ensure interaction between professors and teaching assistants and students? Krishna, I'm going to send this one to you.
All right, thank you very much for that question. The courses are completely online asynchronous so that you can take these courses at your own pace. But when the course is scheduled, we have weekly office hours on a particular day at a particular time, and either the professor or the professor's TA will be available for live synchronous interaction between students and faculty. In addition to the weekly office hours, we also do live sessions. Usually for the 1 credit course, we may do one live session in which we invite all of the students to come and participate. The live session could be a case study discussion where the faculty and the students interact. There is questions being posed and answers being given. And in a 3 credit course, we typically have 2 live sessions during the time that the course is scheduled. So there are plenty of opportunities through the office hours, through the live sessions, plenty of opportunities for you to interact with faculty in a synchronous manner, in addition to the whole course being offered asynchronously. So we give you best of both worlds, synchronous interaction plus asynchronous learning. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Krishna. Okay. We have one student asking how pathway courses work within the curriculum. And does it mean do they need to take fewer courses? So the pathway courses are actually one 3-credit course that's been split into 3 different courses, the pathway courses. So they are taken for credit towards the master's degree. So it's not that you would take fewer courses, it just applies towards the 36 credit hours for the MBA. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, the courses are a part of the curriculum itself.
Yes, and they are taken for credit.
Mhm.
We have one student saying that they are currently earning their undergrad degree and they're curious if it needs to be 100% completed before starting the master's degree part in data science. I do highly recommend that you have that undergrad degree completed first. At the very least, if you're still completing it while you're taking the pathway courses, that would be fine. But you will at some point need to provide that final transcript to us to show that you have earned that bachelor's degree, because you cannot earn a master's without a complete bachelor's. That's the rule. Does Coursera or Illinois Tech offer any preparation resources or support for the pathway courses to the MBA program? Norma, would you be able to answer this one?
Yes, I was typing an answer, sorry.
That's okay.
The one is, does Coursera or Illinois Tech offer any preparation resources? Is that the one? Sorry,
Yeah.
Paige.
Yeah. Got it.
Actually, the master's degree are designed, and this is asking about the MBA, for people that have a bachelor's degree or experience in the industry. So maybe you won't need much preparation, but it really depends, and we can gear you towards what type of preparation you need, and suggest some courses or MOOCs that you can take for it. So it really depends on where is when you say preparation, what do you mean exactly? Because if it could be the language, it could be math. So it would be good to know more.
Yeah, absolutely. At the very least, it is available through through MOOC, so you can at least test out if it's it's a good course for you. All right, we are now out of time, and we had so many other questions that we needed to answer. So if you have any pressing questions, please do reach out to us directly, or make an appointment with the Coursera folks. I will go back to that slide so that you can get that information. So anyway, thank you very much for your time today. We will be sharing a recording of this webinar to you in your email, and it'll also be posted to Coursera's YouTube channel. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you to our panelists for your time and your expertise, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you all.